How to boost your credit score 100 plus points in 30 days without credit repair. Day 14. Become an authorized user. A very simple yet effective technique for boosting your credit scores is to piggyback on someone else's credit history and become an authorized user, an AU, on their account. An authorized user account is not like a joint account. With a joint account, both you and the primary holder can add the credit balance, but you're both also liable for those debts. If, for example, the primary files for bankruptcy protection, then you will be on the hook for the full balance. You should avoid joint accounts at all costs. With an authorized user account, only the primary cardholder is liable for the debt. However, the trade line appears on both credit reports. This is a great way to start your children's credit education too. The overnight addition to a credit's age limit, and payment history can boost your credit score hundreds of points. Authorized user accounts are so effective for boosting credit scores that many unscrupulous credit services actually sell them as seasoned trade lines. First of all, buying a trade line for the purpose of qualifying for financing, like a home mortgage, is fraud. You can go to jail or receive a hefty fine. Second, FICO knows about seasoned trade lines and has made adjustments. When those adjustments hit the scoring model lenders use, then those trade lines will become worthless. Third, you don't need to buy trade lines anyway. Simply ask a family member or someone you've shared an address with to add you as an AU. Tell them you need or want a card, but you don't want your credit score. Scratch that. It's you tell them that you don't need or want a credit card, but you want your credit score to benefit from their good credit history. Look for a card from a major lender with a high limit, low balance, and perfect payment history. The older the card, the better. Day 15. Refinance revolving debt. Anytime you pay off your credit cards, your score is going to go up. Refinancing your revolving debt with an installment loan is a way to game the system into thinking you have less debt. FICO doesn't give as much weight to installment loans, so adding the equivalent installment debt while paying off revolving debt will have an overall positive effect on your credit score. Where do you go for installment loans when you have damaged credit? You can go to bettercreditguides.com. There's some links for some companies for people with bad credit. But in the book, it says he uses two sites. Avant.com, AVANT.com, and lendingclub.com. They specialize in exactly these types of loans. Just don't go running up your cards while you're paying off your installment loan. You'll end up with twice the debt. That's a recipe for disaster. Day 16, halfway through. Refinancing revolving debt with a home equity loan. Using a home equity loan, HEL, abbreviated, to pay off your revolving debt will improve your credit scores for the same reason using any other installment loan to pay off your revolving debt would work. FICO gives less weight to installment loan debt. You just need to make sure you use a home equity loan and not a home equity line of credit. HELOC. HELOC. A HELOC is scored just like a credit card by FICO. So using it wouldn't improve your scores. So if you have a home equity loan or qualify for one, then it is a viable strategy for you. Just be sure to use it to pay down your debt and not as a way to get yourself into more debt. If you're not disciplined enough to not run up your balances again, then this would not be a smart move for you. I include it because it works, but you have to pick and choose what works for you. Day 17. Credit builder loans. Some lenders offer a secured loan program designed to help you build or help you rebuild your credit. They're called credit builder loans. This is a very effective, albeit slow, method for boosting your credit scores. It's slower because it's an installment loan. Installment loans have a less of an impact on your credit score. Be that it may, over 6 to 12 months, you will see a credit score increase. That's because you need a few installment loans to improve the credit mix, which is responsible for 10% of your credit score. Here's how your scores are determined. FICO scores image. My ideal ratio is 2 to 4 credit cards, a car loan, a home loan, and a personal loan. 1 to 2 retail cards. The credit builder loan completes the personal loan portion of the equation. Here's how it works. The amount you borrow is deposited into an escrow account. You can't touch it until the loan is paid. You make your regular payments each month, building your credit score as you go. When you're done paying, you get full balance plus interest to do with what you please. Traditional features include loan amounts from $500 to $3,000, 12 to 24 months terms. Loan funds earn dividends. Loan interest rate is fixed at 5%. So for example, a $1,000 loan at 5% over 18 months would equal payments of $57.79. That's $57.79. The terms may change from bank to bank, so you need to shop around. A good place you can go for comparison would be www.dcu.org/loans/credit-builder.html. And that's HTTPS before www. Day 18. A goodwill letter. The goal of 100 points in 30 days is to find the small changes that have big effect on your score without disputing with any credit bureaus. In the next few lessons, we'll look at some passive strategies for improving your payment history. A goodwill letter is a request to make to a creditor based on your past and future relationship. I would only recommend using a goodwill letter for one 30-day late in which the creditor may believe there was a billing or processing error. Here's a sample letter. Goes like this. Dear creditor, I recently viewed my credit report and noticed a 30-day late reported back in 2010. I have always paid my bills on time and do not recall any instance where it may have been late. If you review my account history, you will see that this is the only lateness reported, and I believe that this must be an error of some kind. I value my credit score as much as my relationship with your company. I've been a happy customer for many years and would like to remain one. Based on our relationship, I ask that you remove this error as a matter of good faith, based on the likelihood that it is probably an error of some kind. Thanks in advance for your help. Sincerely, your name. If you decide to send a goodwill letter like this one, do not dispute the error with the Bureau first. You might inadvertently make them dig in to defend their remarks. If the goodwill letter fails, then you can try out the disputing. Day 19, hardship letter. Think of a hardship letter as an extreme goodwill letter. This letter is used when you have several late payments or are behind on payments and can bring the account current. In essence, you're asking for a little compassion. Terrible things happen all the time. We all need a break now and then. Here's a sample letter. Dear creditor, you put the name of the creditor. So like Dear Target. I recently suffered a serious financial hardship when, don't lie. So if you have a serious hardship, state it. It could be a medical emergency, a job lost, business failure, natural disaster. But you want to describe the hardship in a little more detail. As a result of this hardship, I have fallen behind on my account with you and would like to do what I can to remedy the situation. I have X amount of late payments on my credit report. As a result of this, I'm writing to you asking, as a matter of good faith, if you would remove the late payments on this account, if I can bring the account current and pay all associated late fees. I would like to salvage my account, my credit, and my relationship with you as a creditor, as I've been a loyal customer for X amount of years. I'm going to stop right there and